Hey everybody, Terry Hansen with Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care, here with another episode of Training Tip Tuesday. This is episode number 11, where we answer your questions regarding training, dog training, and really anything you want to talk about. So, Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care is a dog training and pet sitting company located in Gwinnett County, Georgia. We've been in business over 9 years now, and we've been Best of Gwinnett since 2011. We're very proud of that. And we provide pet sitting services for our clients that travel or go on vacation, all kinds of pets, from dogs, cats, birds, fish, newts, sugar gliders, pigs, chickens, recently raccoons, you name it, any kind of pets, we can help care for those. We also offer dog walking services for clients that work long hours, or they may have a new puppy at home and they need some help with that. We have a team of pet sitters that are all over Gwinnett County. Pet sitter will come into your home, pet sitter / dog walker will come into your home and take your dog for an energy-burning walk, potty, play. It's awesome. And then, of course, dog training services, from basic obedience to behavior issues. We work with all kinds of dogs, small dogs, big dogs, all breeds, all issues. They're all dogs. So love helping people. We love what we do. It's the best job ever. So anyway, today's topic for Training Tip Tuesday number 11 came about from talking to a prospective training client yesterday. And, you know, this is a theme that kind of comes up a lot when I talk to people about the issues that they're experiencing with their dog. And it's this: if you want to make a change in your dog, you must make a change in yourself. Did you get that? If you want to make a change in your dog, you must make a change in yourself. Okay? Your dog and your dog's actions are oftentimes a reflection of the people that own it and care for it. Now, aside, you know, if you just got a dog and let's say you adopted it from somewhere, that's different, right? But the moment you bring that dog home is when the training begins. Whether you are training or not, the training is beginning, and that is really important. How you interact with that dog, what you let that dog do or don't do, it's learning, it's training, okay? So, and what I'm talking about here, you know, hey, listen, dogs, like people, have all kinds of personalities. Some are more high energy, some are lower energy, some are more outgoing, some are more laid back, some are shy, some are nervous, you know. But it's really, how do you interact with that? And do you know what to do with that to bring the best out of that particular dog? So, oftentimes when people call me because they're having issues with their dogs, there's been a lot of letting the dog kind of do whatever the dog wants to do. And also putting a lot of our personal emotions on that dog. Or let's say you might be going through a tough time emotionally in your world, and you rely on your dog as an emotional outlet. That happens a lot, actually. And that can actually create a very nervous, anxious, oftentimes even bratty, demanding dog, even aggressive. And in the case of someone that I spoke with yesterday, a prospective client, that's exactly what's happening. So the dog has been lunging, growling, and even biting people, family members, and even the owner. So, but they're getting ready to welcome a new baby. One of her family members is, and she's worried about this dog biting the baby, and rightly so. You know, it's been biting everyone else. Why wouldn't it bite the baby? So, however, the changes that are necessary in order to get this dog in a better space, in a better place in its mind, are uncomfortable for her. And so we had to have a conversation about exactly what I just said. If you want to make a change in your dog, you must make a change in yourself. And that's hard for some people. It's hard for most people, you know, in varying degrees, I'll say. And, you know, part of what I do is to help people understand how their actions are affecting their dog and how they're perceived by their dog. Because dogs and humans are different, obviously. Using human psychology on a dog doesn't oftentimes work, and many times it has the opposite effect of what you think is happening. Whoop. So in this particular case, this person is not yet ready to move forward. Penguin! No. We have Penguin. Penguin. I can see. There he is. Hey, I'm terrible at this. There we go. Little Penguin, 5-month-old pit puppy hanging out with us. Hang on. Penguin. No. Good boy. Okay. All right. So, where was I? So, anyway, not ready to move forward, you know. Sometimes we have to have that tough conversation of here's what's necessary, and you know, starting off with rules, boundaries, structure, not just allowing the dog to do whatever it wants. That's what's got you where you are today. And you know, sometimes people have to go away and think about that for a little bit, and do they really want this change? Or they want it, but do they want it bad enough to do the things that are uncomfortable for them so that their dog can get to a better space, and they can as well. So, you know, it's really important if you're struggling with your dog, starting with a foundation of obedience and consistency, meaning if I tell my dog to sit, I expect that to happen, and I'm going to follow through until that happens. Right? But if I work with my dog, obviously in the beginning, I'm going to teach them those obedience skills. I'm going to be very patient with them while they're learning them. And I'm going to be very consistent. I'm going to find ways to use those skills every day so that my dog gets lots of practice in using them. And I'm going to use them consistently for the rest of their life. And, you know, structure. And in the beginning also, not giving the dog so much affection and attention, actually. Using it sparingly, dare I say, withholding it, and using it strategically, so that, because it is a reward, so that, you know, the dog has to work for it. Because if they don't work for it, and they just get it no matter what, what's their motivation to do, to make the change that you need them to make, right? You know, that can be hard for some people. One of the things we talked about with this particular owner is this dog's been biting people, biting her. So in that case, I want everyone to be safe. Of course, you know, I'm a dog trainer. There's always a chance of getting bitten, but, you know, I'm not going to go in there unarmed. So one of the things we talked about was getting a muzzle and muzzle conditioning her dog before we ever start training. I also don't want her to get hurt. Even though she's already been bitten, I don't want it to happen again, not on my watch. So, and oftentimes when you start working with a dog that's at the level that this dog is at, and, you know, we're challenging them in ways they haven't been challenged before, they can and most likely try to redirect on people around them. And redirect means bite. So, you know, I don't want the owner to get bitten either. And lastly, you know, when an owner is afraid or nervous that their dog is going to bite someone, the dog picks up on that nervousness, that anxiety, that fear, and it creates more of the same in the dog. So having the muzzle on can just, by having it, by the, you know, the owner knowing, okay, even if he tries to, the dog's not going to be able to bite anyone, can put the owner at ease, makes the owner relax, which in turn helps the dog be more at ease, helps the dog relax. So that while we are working together, you know, it's less likely to redirect. So This particular owner was not on board yet. I hope she will change her mind. I asked her to think about it, but not on board with muzzling her dog. So, again, I'll repeat, if you want to make a change in your dog, you must make a change in yourself. You have to be willing to do things that are uncomfortable. You know, oftentimes change is uncomfortable, but we have to be able to be uncomfortable for a little while so that we can be more comfortable in the long run. And after all, this is not just for the human. This is really for the dog, because the dog's not comfortable being in that space in its mind when, you know, it's doing these negative behaviors that it's doing. So that's really what it's all about. And, you know, I know this woman loves her dog, but, you know, you have to be able to be loving enough to do some tough love, to do something, again, that's uncomfortable for you in order to help your dog move forward. So, anyway, on a good note, conversely, I had a conversation with a different person this morning who has 2 dogs that are out of control, big dogs, Great Danes, and she is fully aware, even said so herself. She said, I know it's how I'm interacting with them, but I'm ready for a change, and I'll do whatever you tell me to do. So, you know, these are 2 Great Danes, really large dogs, and, you know, a different perspective, ready for the change. And I have no doubt that she'll be able to quickly see progress and change in her dogs because of her attitude. So I'm hoping that the other person comes around so that I can help them and their dog and their family to get in a better space for all of them. So that's why I love what I do. I love seeing the transition, because listen, you know, sometimes I, you know, initially come across dogs and families that I think in the back of my mind, wow, I don't know how this is going to go. You know, there's never any guarantees, really, because there's so many variables when you're training. It's not just about the dog. It's largely about the humans. So, but, you know, have seen some pretty dramatic, pretty fantastic changes in dogs and in people, and that is just the most rewarding thing. So I love that. That's why I love what I do. So anyway, that's it for another Training Tip Tuesday. Please post your comments in the or post your questions in the comment section, and or you can always email them to me at info@gooddogcoaching.com, info@gooddogcoaching.com. You can check us out online at www.gooddogcoaching.com, whether you're looking for pet sitting, dog training, dog walking, whatever, cats too, all kinds of pets. We're here to help you. We love what we do. Again, this is Terry Hansen for Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care. Check us out on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, and we're also on Twitter, so mostly Facebook and Instagram. But give us a shout out, ask us some questions, and happy to help you however I can. All right, so I'll see you next time. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.